The government confirmed on Monday this week that there would be a delay to the easing of lockdown and that the final unlocking would now be postponed for a further 4 weeks until the 19th of July. Whilst the Prime Minister has insisted the 19th of July will be the terminus date based on the current data, we all know how unpredictable this virus can be, and that with the introduction of new variants, this may not be a finite date. It is, as the media reports, a race between the vaccination programme and the virus. So what does that mean for employers? Well, this will be crippling news for some employers, particularly those in the hospitality sector who have been unable to open at all or who are subject to capacity limits and trading at a loss. UK Hospitality, the industry trade body, estimates this would cost the sector $3 billion in sales. We of course hope that the delay does not cause casualties in the form of redundancies, but this may not be the reality. For those businesses who must save costs through redundancies, they will need to plan a timetable for the process depending on the number of potential redundancies. They'll also have to consult with affected employees and follow a fair procedure. Furlough has enabled many businesses to weather the storm so far. And whilst furlough remains in place until the 30th of September, employers will have to provide a 10% contribution to wages for hours not worked from July up to £312.50, and that will increase to 20% in August. And that's another cost for businesses to factor in. Industry bodies are calling for more support, but so far the government has said it will not extend the furlough scheme. Finally, this means that the advice to work from home where possible will remain in place. Many businesses had been preparing for the return to the office from the 21st of June, consulting with staff about the changes and putting the relevant plans in place. These plans will need to be put on hold until the final easing in July. Employers will need to communicate with employees about the impact of the announcement and how they intend to implement the return to work. It may increase employee anxiety about the return or about continued isolation whilst working from home. As with our previous videos on this area, communication with employees is vital at this time to understand how they're feeling, to explain what you're doing, and to put the relevant support in place to ensure a smooth transition to returning to the office as and when it happens. On a more positive note, the Office of National Statistics published new results on the 15th of June, indicating that the general employment landscape is showing signs of recovery, with the unemployment rate falling and the number of job vacancies rising. Firms appear to be expanding again, with the number of vacancies in most industries above pre-pandemic level. The redundancy rate has subdued and the number of employees on furlough continues to decline. And this shows the labour market is making a good recovery after the last year. And most would agree that that's attributable to the furlough scheme. It also means for those who do not return after furlough, there are good prospects that they will be able to find alternative employment.